Hello, boys and girls. So here I'm going to talk to you about how to break down this composite figure or complex figure into two rectangular prisms because we know the formula for finding the volume of two rectangular prisms, but not of something complex like this. We're not going to just multiply all these numbers together. We have to break it up into something we know how to solve and then use that information to find our total volume. So just a little bit of review. We know that a rectangular prism the volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So we need to break up this complex figure. And when we break up this complex figure, I have two choices. I could extend this vertical line and split it up so I have a rectangular prism on the left and on the right, or I can use and extend my horizontal line and then I have a rectangular prism on the top and one on the bottom. Well, in the first video, I split it vertically. So in this one, I'm going to split it horizontally. So then I have this rectangular prism up top and this rectangular prism down below. And again, I'm going to show using some color just to help you visualize the two rectangular prisms. So I need to find the volume for that one up top. So volume is still length times width times height. I think of volume as going horizontal or back and forth. Again, they're interchangeable because of the commutative property. So if I look here, I'm looking at that. Well, that's not labeled, but this is. So I'm going to use 8 for my length. My width is still going to be the amount that goes back, that kind of diagonal measurement. So I have 4 centimeters for my width. And then my height. My height is my vertical line. Well, I have this one here, which is 10, and I have this here, which is 4. The way I split this, I split right here. So I cut that 10 up. So we're not going to be using that 10. We'll use the 4. So then I have 8 times 4 is 32. 32 times 4. Do some work over to the side. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So I have the volume for the pink guy is 128 cubic centimeters. So my pink section, my pink rectangular prism is identified as 128 cubic centimeters. So now I have to find the volume of the bottom rectangular prism, and I'm going to just quickly identify that by shading it in yellow. And we still use the same formula because we have a rectangular prism. So my volume is still going to be length times width times height. And if I look just at this yellow, so if I'm not paying any attention to the pink, I'm just looking at this rectangular prism down here. I know that it's 20 all the way across because I didn't cut up this 20 this time. This 12 only goes to this vertex right here where those edges all meet. And for the way that I split this up, I need the length that goes all the way across. So we're not going to use 12 in this situation. So my length is 20. Now my width, I don't see anything labeled for my width. I can't just multiply 20 times 12 times 6. I have to find the 3 different dimensions that relate to this rectangular prism. So the width, remember, is this dimension here, the one that's diagonal. And we had to go back. We had to do this for the first problem as well. And this 4 centimeters here is the width for the entire figure. So that diagonal is going to be 4 centimeters all the way through. So I'm going to use 4 for my width. And then I need my height for this section down here. Well, we already crossed out the 10 because we split it, so I don't even have to worry about that 10. And my 6 clearly is the height for this yellow figure. So then I have 4 times 6 is 24 times 20. Well, I know 24 times 2 is 48, and I just add on my 0. That's those patterns of 10s that we've talked about. So my volume is 480 cubic centimeters of the yellow section. And then lastly, to find our total volume, I need to add together 128 plus 480. I know 0 plus 8 is 8. I know 8 plus 2 is 10. 0, carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So again, I get 608 cubic centimeters. And circle your final answer because there's a lot of work being shown on this for this problem. All right, so that is it. Have a great day.